Hey guys, my name is Ronnie Burke. I'm a senior with Northern Kentucky University, and this is my self leadership action plan for LER 394 for Dr. Downey. I apologize ahead of time. My accent may get in the way of understanding my speed of talking, I guess you would say, because of my accent. Um, could be detrimental at times as far as understanding me, so bear with me on that. A little bit about me. I'm 23 years old. I'm single. I was born and raised in Hazard, Kentucky. That's a small town in southeast Kentucky, about 45 minutes to an hour away from Virginia. And that's a photo of me in my Hazard Police uniform whenever I was a police officer for that agency. A little bit more about me. I started with the Hazard Police Department whenever I was 17 years old as a 911 dispatcher, and then I was transferred into terminal agency coordinator shortly after graduating high school. And that's a supervisory position within a 911 center. I kept that position for about 4.5 years and was sworn in as a police officer for the Hazard Police Department whenever I turned 21 on my 21st birthday. So I've started all this as young as I can possible, as far as being a dispatcher and a police officer all in one. Um, I was a police officer for them for about 2.5 years, and within the last 9 months, I transferred to Northern Kentucky, and I'm a deputy sheriff for the Boone County Sheriff's Department now. Um, I'm building a house in Union, Kentucky. That's in Boone County. And I'm also an archery instructor for the National Archery in the Schools program. I have been for a few years now. Since this course, all the self assessments, all the stuff that lets you look at yourself more, everything points to be a participative leader. And looking back, I mean, everything is factual. Even in the career field, really what it based off of, it seems like we all work together. We don't do anything by ourselves. We do, and I love working by myself, but we work off each other. We learn from one another, and that's how we become better. And over the course of this semester, too, I've been able to pick out more characteristics and traits that has improved me to help others, if you will. Some of the biggest ones on that list is I'm self motivated, I'm open minded, and I'm very critical of myself. That is three huge ones. You have to be critical on yourself to be better, in my opinion. And there's so much more than that that describes me, but that's just the highlights. A little bit about my leadership model, I guess you would say, past versus present. Um, we can all relate to the past, just general. We've all set dreams that we think is impossible. Our confidence, everybody has to build their confidence up and get motivated, and we don't like to be critical of ourselves or see our weaknesses because none of us is weak. Absolutely not. Um, that's what we think anyway. But we all have our shortcomings, and that's what the present's about, and what I want to become more so. Um, the impossibilities is only impossible if you let them be. All these goals you've set, all these dreams, they're reachable. All you've got to do is try. You've got to be willing to sacrifice certain things to reach these goals. And one of the biggest things on this present goal list, model list, whatever you want to call it, is close to the last bullet point. Seeking assistance, being able to look at yourself, see your weaknesses, and ask for help. Ask for somebody else to look at you and be critical of you so you can adapt and better yourself, to try and become better. Because that's what being a self leader is about. You want to build upon yourself so that you become better and others can see in you an inspiration. And that's why I do it. That's why I do this job, is to inspire others, inspire the kids, inspire the coworkers, everything. This is just some of the goals that I've set, have achieved, and working to achieve: academic, personal, and professional goals. The biggest one on the academic thing is my bachelor's degree. I've been working on my bachelor's degree since 2012, and my biggest goal for it ever since the beginning was to finish it without being in debt on student loans. So far, that has been a possibility. The only, like I said before, you had to make sacrifices to reach some of these goals. The sacrifice I've made is I've paid out of pocket. It's a lot of money, so I've had to change some of the things I do, sacrifice some of my wants for the need, and it's took me longer. I've got 5 classes left, and I'll be done, and I will be under no debt whatsoever with college. I will have my degree, and I will be done. 5 classes, not too bad. Price wise, it's still up there, so still working on that. Expected spring of 19, so something to look forward to. Some of the personal goals, just pretty well highlighted one that I've already hit on: being a peace officer, police officer, archery instructor, building a home, traveling. I never would have thought I'd been able to travel, especially to Peru and do a 110-mile hike to Machu Picchu. Never would have believed that, but it is possible. Biggest one for me, because it's been my lifestyle for the longest time, is my professional goals. That's all I've really worked towards. That's all I've had ever since I was 16 years old. I've been working full time. The jobs and the people within them is what shaped me to be who I am today. I've took stuff from each individual person and adapted it to myself and changed it to try and make myself better, so that others can see that in me, and so that I can be better for myself, but not only for myself, but for everybody else around me. That's what it's about. Some of the highlights that I've made so far: I'm a crisis intervention officer now. I'm an ARIDE officer, and right now in the process of changing laws in the court systems in Boone County. It's going to be a long process, but the initiative has already begun. So I'm marking it off. I'm involved in it, and that's all somebody can ask for. Right now, I'm working on becoming a field training officer so that I can inspire others, the new guys that's coming in. That's what I wanted to do. But my biggest thing I've always wanted to do is become a detective, and it is entirely possible. But I want to be a field training officer first so that I can give more to the guys coming in, the new guys, and just express myself so they can pick something off of me to try and better themselves, to be the best unit they can be on the road, and go home safe at night. Some of the other ones there is things I plan on doing before I retire. 18 more years, retire at 42, as long as they don't change the retirement system. That is a big goal of mine. So we'll see how that plays out. I love photos. I think photos gives presentations more engagement, I guess you would say. And it's something no one can ever take away from you. Just like a police academy. No one's going to take that away from me. And it's a goal that I have achieved. And I can look back on and say, hey, I've done that. I've been there. And I can go even farther because of that. And then my trip to Peru. Never would I have dreamed of being able to go. But hey, those photos right there are 2 highlighted photos that inspires me to keep going and just to be the best I can be, because nothing is impossible. Only impossibility is what you make impossible. And be the best you can be. You can either be as good as you want to be or as lazy as you want to be. It is entirely up to you. That's the best thing about being a self-leader and self-motivated. And with that being said, I mean, that's pretty much my mission goal, mission statement. I want to be better than I was today. I want to be better than I was yesterday. Taking something away from every single encounter, every single person possible each day, and adapting it within yourself to make that change within yourself. Seeing your weaknesses, asking about your weaknesses, and adapting to that to be better. That is what I want. That is my goal, is to be better tomorrow than I am today, so that others can adapt from me. Whenever I'm an archery instructor, I'm in the gym or whatever, doing the scenarios, talking to them, teaching them, instructing them. I had one ask me, said, hey, you look like you're a teenager. Yeah, I look like I'm a teenager because I've done so much so far. And I ask them what they want to do, and they tell me, and I'm like, listen, the only impossibility is what you make impossible. Strive for it. Do it. Just don't give up. Be the person that you want to be. And that's ultimately my goal. Make the inspiration in others. This is my leadership action plan. Like I said, I'm working on becoming a field training officer as we speak. This is a physical plan that I'm looking to have to encounter, the things I plan to overcome on a reality basis, and what I hope to get out of it at the end. But with that, the only way I can do that is by improving my leadership and improving self observation, looking into myself, seeing what I need to change, seeing what I can do better to be better in the position when it comes open for others. Utilize more self punishment. I am extremely hard on myself. I'm hard on myself for days for any mistake I may make, and I promise you it don't happen again. Not that mistake anyway. Obviously, everybody makes mistakes, and that's how you build to be better. So I plan on using more self punishment, more so than I already do, to be better than I am today, be better than I was yesterday. And setting goals. We all have to set the small goals to reach our larger ones. Work small to achieve big. That's what I tell the guys in archery. You've got to start somewhere and work your way up. And everybody is unique. Every single person has a different personality, leadership style. Even though we may have similar traits, characteristics, the same goal, we all think differently. And that's how we become better with each other. We learn off each other. And at no point do you ever learn everything. Or can you stop learning? The only way you stop learning is to quit and just not want to. You can learn off every single person, every single encounter, every single situation. And the biggest highlights in this one is you have to be unbiased. You have to be able to set your own feelings aside to reach that common goal. You have to be able to analyze the mistakes in yourself and your shortcomings to be better and not be afraid to ask for help and accept a criticism that someone else may be able to give you and not take it personally. If you take it personally, sorry, get over it. Look at it in a different aspect, trying to be better based off that. Um, and like I said, you never can stop building on your leadership at all. You can always be better. Asking for help, looking at everybody around you, seeing how they do something, take something away from every single person or every single encounter. I challenge you every day. Take at least one thing away from something, whether it's someone, whether it's an instance, whether it's an encounter, a video you watch. Take something away from it to try and better yourself and utilize it. And Dr. Jordan says it best as far as what self leadership is. And like I've said this entire time, you are in control. You influence yourself, everybody else, and everybody sees that. And no one can take that away from us. No one can change that. We are the change in ourselves, and we can help the change in others by gaining their inspiration off of us. Um, and I mean, I've pretty well done the conclusion the entire time I've been talking. It seems like the characteristics throughout this course that you've been able to read, the self assessments, being able to analyze yourself as a leader, pick up more methods, more characteristics, more traits that you can look in yourself and utilize in reality. That's what this course has been able to do, and it's an amazing course. And I encourage anybody to take it if they watch this video outside of this class. And as far as the people that I want to see the change in me, my coworkers, my family, my friends, anybody, my students, everybody, I don't care. Anybody that I can inspire, that is what my goal is in life, is to inspire others to be better than they are right now. To pick something off of me, whether it's good, whether it's bad, and make the change in themselves. I had a guy come to me once already within the last 2 weeks and say, "Hey, you're an AROD officer, Advanced Roadside Impaired Driving Enforcement. I'm not, and I want you to help me because I know that's a weakness of mine. Can you help me train to be better at analyzing and detecting drunk drivers?" Absolutely. That is why I'm here. So it's working. This class is working. Everything about it is working. And that is what being a self leader is about. Being open, being willing to sacrifice personal gains to help others. And that is entirely my life. That is everything that I want to do. I'm a big motivational guy, if you can't tell that already, and I'm big on inspiring others. So I'll leave you with this. These are two videos that I watch a lot, over and over and over. The first one, by far one of the best leadership videos I've seen, and it motivates me every single day to get up. First thing I do is make the bed. Watch the video, you'll get where I'm coming from on that. It's a quote that he says in there, and I promise you, if you utilize it, take something away, start making your bed every day, and you'll get what I'm saying once you watch the video. It is extremely, extremely motivational, and it helps you identify more in leadership. The second one is more personal to me, as far as law enforcement goes. The song "One Call Away" allows me to see. It hits me. It hits home. You can adapt the photos in it and the song and place it to reality on leadership traits throughout this class and see reality in it, as far as that goes. And I'll leave you with this. No matter the situation, you are the one who will make the difference in someone's life. Strive to be your best. You can only be Strive to be the best you can be, not only for yourself, but every single person around you. You are the change in everybody's life, including yourself. Never give up on that. And again, remember, the impossibility is only impossible if you make it impossible. Um, with that being said, again, my name is Ronnie Burke. If you got any questions, concerns, get with me. Thank you.